This is what the science says. I'm just reorganizing all the scientific data. It has been already shown many years ago already in the United States and Europe, and I'm going to show some evidence and publication later. But the serology and viremia only does not tell the protective immunity or efficacy of the vaccine, because this is only showing the detection of the pathogens, which is PCV2 virus. So what's the confirming diagnosis for PCVAD? It requires economically significant loss in the peak production data. If you are fine with your production, then why do you have to care, right? And if you don't see any clinical signs, when serology and viremia, why do you have to care? If you really want to go deep to have the confirming evidence of PCVAD, then you have to do pathological examination, which may provide you this type of image. If you look at the lesions by microscope, then you will see the lesions in the tissues, which is the lymphoid in this case, and you will see the antigen, which is the PCV2 virus itself, associated in the lesion, which you never see only doing necropsy. So you really have to have those three to make the final conclusions to diagnose PCVAD, not only serology or viremia. You can do serology and viremia. I'm not saying that this is useless, but what I'm saying here is that do not make a conclusion only by serology and viremia, because those tests only tells you the detection of the antigen, not the disease. And if you remember that I said PCVAD is multifactorial disease, which means that detection of the PCV2 virus is only one criteria, and to develop the disease, you have to have the other factors. And in PCVAD cases, and we often experience that PRRS is heavily involved in developing of PCVAD. So PRRS control is very crucial. It's part of PCVAD control. So when we are talking about PCVAD, we tend to focus only on PCV2 virus, but don't do like that. You really have to pay more attention to the other cofactors, including PRRS or other co-infectious agents. And also, the next big one is the management, husbandry, such as ventilation, quality, or the controlling on the temperature or humidity, or animal density, or the quality of the breeding, or pig flow, such things. And maybe lists are going on, but basically the message that I'd like to deliver today is that PCVAD is the multifactorial disease. So do not focus only on the detection of the virus. And this picture shows you the general idea or general concept of the dynamics of disease development. This really fits to explain about PCVAD development. Once again, the definition of disease consists of showing clinical signs and the production loss. Okay. For disease to be developed, you need only three factors, no more than that, which is host, which is pigs and a case, right? Second factor is pathogens. If it is PCVAD, maybe PCV2, B should be involved. If it is PRRS virus should be involved. If it is PD virus should be involved. But besides those two, you also need one more for disease to be developed, which is the environment, such as animal density, as you can see in this picture, or as I already mentioned, ventilation, or temperature, or humidity, or pig flow. All husbandry management can be categorized as the environment. When it comes to PCVAD, so this is going to be PCVAD. For PCVAD to develop, well, you will need PCV2B probably, but this is just only one factor of the total dynamics of developing the PCVAD. So the serology or viremia shows only the detection of PCVAD. That does not show you what's the level of the environment or what's the level of the immunity of the host. So that's why I keep on saying that serology or viremia does not provide you the big and correct picture of how PCVAD is developed. This is very, very basic fundamental that everybody can find in the biology class in high school or even college or whatever.